Welcome to a new episode of Unscripted, Uncut, Uncensored, where I speak my mind on things. You'll notice there are no cuts. And, best of all, I don't watch my fucking language. Sorry, had to do that. Oh wait, no, this is Unscripted, Uncut, Uncensored. I'm not sorry. But topic one, plants that purify the air, and I have quite a few of these. More specifically, I have a very specific one, and a lot of it. As you can see, my north kitchen wall, and part of my east wall, pretty much to one of my fridges. I have one that's just for keeping drinks cold. Not so much ones with alcohol anymore because they're murder. It's not out of any problems with alcohol, but I'm trying to lose weight, and the consumption of alcohol is murder on weight loss. That said, you need to be careful with zero-calorie drinks that contain artificial sweetener, because artificial sweetener is probably worse for you than alcohol. Yeah, I know, taking weight loss advice from a guy that's still over 300 at the moment is kind of iffy. Even if I'm down 14 in a week. But I'll get into more details on that as I lose more. Because I'm also going to start a new series where I tell people what I'm doing to lose what I'm losing, and right now all I'm doing at the moment is logging what I consume on MyFitnessPal and making sure I get some walking in and seeing what happens. I am still thinking about doing a documentary later this year where I either go vegetarian or vegan for 30 days. I'm leaning more toward vegan, kind of somewhat inspired by one Morgan Spurlock did about 10 years ago, where, actually more than 10 years ago now, where he ate nothing but McDonald's for 30 days, called Super Size Me. Very, very good. I recommend watching it if you get the chance. There was someone else did one called Super High Me, where he smoked marijuana every day for 30 days. Now, I don't smoke marijuana, okay. Admittedly, once when I was like 26. It was one of those that never did anything for me, and I never tried it again. Some say I didn't try enough. Whatever. Personally, I always got a better buzz off of a hookah, which, by the way, shisha's legal, at least in Ohio. Actually, I think it's legal everywhere. And it doesn't make you smell funny. Also, if you have your air purifying plants, actually these do not like nicotine. The first one that we got, some of these are still off of a plant that has actually been in the family since I was a little kid, that we got from a family of former chain smokers. Half of them are dead now. Half the people. But Sansevieria is kind of considered a hard-to-kill plant. And they managed to have one that was half dying that they gave to my mom to see if she could resuscitate it. And when she did, initially, we took it back to them. My paternal grandmother actually had a bunch of these, but all of the ones that she had died after she died. Not long after she died. Which was kind of weird. Because she actually had one that was taller, almost as tall as my tallest one, which is, and yes, I measured it. It's 63 inches, or about 5 feet 3 inches. It's actually 1 inch shorter than one of my favorite actresses of all time. But they couldn't get these things to live. Now that one's not from theirs. This is actually of one. This one that's 5'3" is actually when I worked for Lowe's around 2004, 2005. Actually, I was technically considered Lowe's associate until 07. But I only worked for them like summers and holidays after I moved up to Toledo for school. When I would come back down here in the summer, or like sometimes once over Christmas shut down, and then summer of 07 I had another job, so I just told the human resources person, take me off the payroll, I'm not coming back, nothing personal. And she did. Technically I'm eligible for rehire, but every time I ever applied, there were like 20 or 30 other people applying for the same job whenever I reapplied to go back, and it's like, yeah. And to be honest, I kind of like security better than retail anyway. You have a much friendlier customer base as a general rule. But anyway, for more about these plants, they say an 8-inch Sansevieria. Now that's the pot, not the leaf. That's like enough to fill an 8-inch pot. Will purify about 100 cubic feet. My north wall should be good for most of the house. That's all I really have for now. I will catch you later. If you like my videos, feel free to check out my other ones or give me a thumbs up. And if you don't like my videos, please tell at least 10 people